I don't know why this cat has such a big face. It's hilarious. I'm gonna intentionally like make his head a little bit bigger and also make the body smaller for that appeal, that chibi look. So notice that this triangle shape here, if I took the ends of this triangle all the way up, that's kind of where the ears are. So the ears, they're not really like on the outside of the head, they're like really in the middle, which is what makes this cat so funny looking. You'll notice that I'm drawing like a rectangle here. I'm drawing that because I see a rectangular shape and it's going to help me position the eyes. So I've done the eyes. I kind of like how one eye is like bigger than the other, so I might exaggerate that. And I love how the eyes are so tilted up. The nose here is just like a very small circle shape. Again, I'm gonna make the nose a little bit smaller because I know what appealing characteristics are. My drawing actually looks really funny like this. Like this. Like an evil look. You can also like exaggerate the mouth, make it a little bit bigger. Remember to sketch lightly, okay? Because we are going to be going on top of it with colored pencils. I'm gonna make the ears just slightly bigger than I did before. And I like how this cat has these like pointy things on his ear, almost like a lynx. And then for the fur is generally like really soft. So just keep your lines really soft and leave it like this. There's no need to outline everything. I'm just gonna pencil in some of the patterns on this cat. Okay, so this cat's a little bit more complex. I know it's got whiskers and all that stuff, right? So you can put those in if you want, just like a couple whiskers. We're gonna start off by choosing all of the colors that we think we'll use in this picture. You know, there's pinks, there's reds in the mouth, there's oranges and browns, and there's greens. And then for the shadow color in the white, it's kind of like a beige tan color. So you can start by taking out all of the colors that you like to use. So you can see how many colors I've taken out. It's quite a lot. So I'm gonna start with a pink and just kind of get in the nose. So if you guys have dark pencil lines, it's a good idea to use an eraser. A kneaded eraser would be great. If you don't have a kneaded eraser, just use a regular eraser and just be kind of mindful. So when you have a kneaded eraser, you can literally just stamp and things will get lighter, which is great. So when you're coloring in the nose, try to start at the bottom because the bottom has more of a sharper line, and just kind of fade your way up. If you feel like your pink is like a little bit too pink, then you can use a skin tone color like this peach color, and then you can go make one pass on top with this peach, and that will kind of give it that little bit of warmth for the nose. Okay, so I'm gonna start in with the mouth because I generally like to use the same colors in the same place. So you'll see that the mouth is almost purpley, like, oh my goodness, he's got fangs that I did not draw. He's got these like two teeth that are coming out here. I'm gonna kind of color in the pinks of the lip. So first erase my pencil lines and then go in and add this pink. And same deal with the nose. We're gonna go in and add another color to it because if I press really hard with this pink, it's gonna look like she's got a neon pink mouth and it won't look very natural. So take your peach color and go right on top. You'll notice that the lip down here is a little bit purpley. So like a purpley pink is more of a cool pink. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually making it a warm pink. Warmer colors are generally more friendly, and it makes this cat kind of happy excited versus like evil excited. If I did want to add some purple to it, I would probably take a color like this, which is more of like a lavender color, and I would just add some of that on top. When you're using colored pencils, it's all about layering and understanding different types of pressure and how colors combine. So the cat's teeth are not super white, they are more of a off-white color. So next, I'm probably gonna put in this really, really dark color. The first thing you would do is outline everything that you don't want colored. Okay, so I gave my the tongue on the cat one pass of the red. It's like a reddish pinkish color, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with the black. Just kind of go on top and trace those shapes that I don't want in, and then I'm gonna do like a gentle fade. So I'm gonna go from dark to light. So once I have that black in, I'm gonna go in one more time with my red and just go over the black and press kind of hard. So I'm kind of sandwiching the black in between two layers of red, and that gives it that richness that I was looking for. Great. So from here, I'm going to add more purple to the mouth because now I can see that there's lots of purple. So what I'm gonna do is outline the eyes. When you outline the eyes, it might look a little bit too cold. And if it does, then you can go in with like a brown or like a reddish color and just kind of warm it up, especially in the corners, because in the corners, the eyes are a lot more red. Coloring in the eyes, I have my green colored pencil. I'm just going to go in very, very lightly, and I'm going to add a different color to it. But if you want it to look pretty realistic, make sure you don't press too hard. Just give it one gentle pass of the green. You could add like a yellowy ochre color, and then I'm gonna use my white and maybe a little bit of beige. There's a lot of variation in the eye too, so you know, there are some parts that are more yellow and some parts that are more green, but the yellow and the green are looking pretty good. I'm gonna use my white now and just blend those colors together. And then I'm gonna work my way around the eyes and put in a little bit of this peachy color. And that same kind of warm peachy color would be really nice in the shadows of the cat. So like right around here, what I would use is I would use like gray and this skin tone color to make those really nice soft tones down here. Because I already have this color, I'm just gonna lighten up the pattern here and start to add some of this color in. Okay, so the eye here kind of leads into a strip, so remember that you can mix colors together. So if I just go kind of lightly, trying to focus in on the right values, I'm using a gray, like a dark gray color, and I'm just going to feather out this color because the fur has a lot of different colors in it. It's got the gray, it's got brown, it's got white, it's got beige. So adding all of these colors together will be a bit of a challenge. Generally start off with one of these colors. Keep the edges really, really soft. Don't do a hard edge around your cat because then he's gonna look like he's a cutout creature versus a real creature. So once you have a pass of that, then you can take your brown and kind of do the same thing but a little bit more selectively, and then just very patiently you want to add all of these colors together. So I have like a yellowish brown, a gray, and I'm probably going to take like a reddish brown and then add the reddish brown tones on top. So you get a nice mix of different types of browns and grays. And then at the very end, you can take your skin tone color or your peach and you can kind of go over the entire thing to get rid of all of those white lines. So you want to go in the direction of the fur. So here it's going in this direction, up here it's going in this direction, and then in this direction. I think I might want to add a little top hat, and maybe I want to do like a feather because I feel like it would be cute. I'm probably just going to shade it up and down, and I'm going to shade it this like dark blue color like this that goes all the way across, and then I'm going to overlap it with my black. Okay, so I'm going to do like a gentle fade from my black to my blue. I'm going to show you a cool trick for doing the whiskers. You can see that there are lots of whiskers on the cat, and the whiskers are white. And it's really, really hard to isolate that white. So what you can do is give your white colored pencil a really good sharpen. Make sure it's like super, super sharp. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to etch into the page. So if you're working on a sketchbook and you have drawings underneath your sketchbook, make sure that you don't do this on top of your other sketches. Okay, so take this page. I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to put it right on my table like that. And you want to have some kind of padding underneath. So if you just have a table, it's not going to work as well. You can put like a pad of paper or something that has more of a cushion. And I'm going to use this. I'm going to put it right underneath like that. Okay, so it has a little bit of padding. It's not super hard. I'm going to take my white colored pencil and then I'm going to etch in those whiskers. So you're going to press really hard on your paper. So you can't do this with a dull pencil. It's got to be really sharp. And then if you shade lightly, you will see that the white is now showing up. So that's kind of a neat way to add texture and whiskers without having to draw around and go around. So you notice that I'm shading horizontally. I'm not shading vertically, because if I shaded vertically, I would probably run into these whiskers. And then I'm probably going to use a white or a peach tone to start to blend this color in. I think the white is doing the trick. For down here, like we don't want to draw the entire cat necessarily. I kind of want to fade it out. But for now, I'm just going to focus on coloring him in layer by layer, nice and lightly.
If you like to support the channel and the creation of free arts education, become a member on Patreon.
Okay, so you can kind of see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. You can kind of see that the white that I put down, right now it's more visible. So I did one pass of the brown and then I went in with a darker brown. If I look closely at the cat, I can see some grays too, so some cool colors for more variety. I'm using like a green color just to kind of neutralize some of the red and just give it a little bit more color. Okay, so I have my cat pretty much done, and I haven't added any like too many cool colors yet, mostly kind of warm colors, and I haven't gotten really, really dark. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this periwinkle, this like purpley color in the ears. Okay, so adding cools to your warm colors are always a good idea, right? Because it gives it lots of variety. So I'm adding some purples. What you can do for the bottom of the teeth is just to create contrast between the tooth and the rest of the mouth. So you can go like a little bit darker around the tooth and fade it into the mouth, but avoid outlining everything. You want to keep the pattern nice and soft. Don't outline the patterns. Try to keep everything really, really soft, especially if you're drawing fur. Don't ever make the eyes blurry because then it will not look very realistic.
Join a virtual class to learn live from our professional artists. Get creative assignments, individual guidance, and real-time feedback on your artwork. Start today and level up your practice.
If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an upload. Here are some other videos you can check out next.